All right, guys, how we doing? Listen, what I have in my hand right here is an FBI background check apostille. You may need one of these if you are taking a job in a foreign country, going to school in a foreign country, or basically living for an extended period of time in a foreign country. And what the foreign country is going to tell you is before we're going to let you come here, whether it be for school, work, whatever it is, we need a background check done on you. Now, there's different types of background checks. This one is a FBI criminal background check. It's very thorough. So not only are they going to ask to get the background check done, they're also going to ask you to get it apostilled. Now, what the heck does that mean? My name is Rufus. I'm a notary dude here in Los Angeles, California, and I do a lot of general notary work. I also process a lot of apostilles. An apostille is this. If you're going to be using a document in a foreign country, that foreign country wants to make sure that that document is real. And you can get a FBI criminal background check done for the States, and once you get that criminal background check done, if you need to send it to Texas or Minnesota, wherever you're doing it, that's going to be good enough. However, if you're using that background check in a foreign country, that foreign country wants to make sure that it's real and it's not fake. So they're going to ask you to get it apostilled. What that entails is taking your background check that you get done, sending it off to Washington, D.C., and the Department of State is going to look at that background check and make sure that it's legitimate and real. That way, when you get to the foreign country feels a lot more comfortable with you entering their country for a long period of time. So what does the apostille look like? Well, basically we have the background check that is right here. Sorry for doing it so fast. This is my client and I got to protect his identity. So you have your background check. This right here is the apostille. What the Department of State does is they're going to look at that background check and make sure that it is legitimate. It's signed by the right person. It looks correct. It should have the FBI watermark in the background. If it checks out to be correct, they're going to put this paper in front. This is the Department of State apostille, and they put a rivet right here to connect the two together. So it can't be copied this way, obviously because of the rivet, and both documents stay together. And this is what is considered an apostille. Now, there's different types of apostilles. There's a state apostille where you just go to the Secretary of State in your state, and they would do an apostille similar to this. But this is a federal apostille. This goes to the Department of State to do. So if you're in a situation where you've been told by the foreign country you need to get a FBI background check apostille, this is what you need to do. When you order that FBI background check, you can either have them mail it to you, the results, or you can have them email it to you, or you could do both. I usually suggest getting it both. That way you have a paper version and then you also have an email version. The reason you need to have it emailed to you is if you need to forward it to someone else to get the apostille completed. So if you forward me your FBI criminal background check, you can just forward me the paper right here. I can get it printed out and I can process the apostille for you. So there's probably some questions. How long does it take to get an apostille for the FBI background check? If you're to call the Department of State, they're going to tell you 11 weeks. It can take up to 11 weeks to get. However, I process quite a few of these, and I have a working relationship with them, so I'm able to get it done quite a bit quicker than that. This one took 5 weeks to do. I had some previously earlier in the month, and they just took like 2 weeks. The other one took 3 weeks. So it really depends on how busy the Department of State is. But anywhere from probably 3 to 5 weeks is kind of where the sweet spot is. If you're doing it during the holidays, those workers are all off for like Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. So sometimes it slows down a little bit. It takes longer, but normally that's what you can expect for the FBI background check. If you have any questions, hit me up. My contact information is below. I love to help.